Okay, well, here's my latest update, part of it anyway. I have my shower valve and feed lines installed, and tough in a small house, you keep moving stuff around, and they're going down through the floor, ready to be hooked in down underneath. And my son came over today, and we tore open this wall, the washer dryer over there, and there was one of the factory cabinets up there. And we tore that sheetrock out, and now I'm going to work on fixing this plumbing for the washer and dryer. It's pretty nasty. I mean, these valves are cockeyed in there, and yeah, you can see that it has bendable tubing down there with a 90-degree elbow. Don't ask me what that 90-degree elbow was for, because it comes over here and then goes into another plastic 90-degree elbow, and then has this plastic feed line going up to the valves. So remember that as the before. Okay, here's a tip for you guys when you're doing interior framing and you are putting in studs after the fact, and you toenail, and it's a whole lot easier if you're toenailing something to put a spacer block in between. In this case, I just cut an appropriate 2x4, the length that I was using. In this case, is 10 inches that I wanted in between the studs, and I screwed that one in place. And then with that behind it, I was able to toe screw, I'm screwing this all together, toe screw my stud in place, and it keeps my spacing exact. And then when I get down here to the bottom, I'm going to be drilling holes down through. And so what I have done, I have made another spacer block, 10 inches, the same as the top one, but that one is not screwed down. In fact, I'm going to finish screwing this one in place. And that holds my spacing exactly where I want it. Then I can pop that out of place, and now I just have the plate there as well as the floor to drill down through for my copper tubing. And I could leave the spacer in there, but I got a whole lot more drilling to do if I add another 1.5 inches to the meat. So that's just a quick tip, and then I will put another screw on this side, just one in the middle, so I have 3 on the bottom. It ain't going to go anywhere. Lock it in place. You remember the way it was before? And I was going to redo the drain down through the floor and have it come straight down through here, but it would have gotten in the way of my copper tubing down underneath, and because of the the heat duct, see that heat duct there? It actually comes over and is right down underneath where my pipes are going through the floor. So there wasn't enough room to put a trap down there, so we're going to use this the way it is. I know it don't look very nice with that drain being cockeyed like that, but that's the way it was put in, and it's solid down below. So we'll keep our trap here and tie it in up here, going across. And what we have done is much cleaner and much nicer looking, I think you'll agree. And I like this setup here. Of course I gotta glue all my joints and solder these joints up here. Then I gotta go down cellar and put some elbows down in the basement and connect that all up. But I like these because these things here actually lock in place in here, so they're not going to be floating around. Let me unlock this one. Yeah! You put it in over here, and I don't dare lift it up because the pipe will fall out. But you put it in like this. It has two little clips on it. Put it in, and you turn it down like this, and then the last little bit, hear that snap? It locks in place. So we have our hot on the left and our cold on the right, and our drain here. And a regular 1.5" PVC wouldn't fit up through this drain hole, just a hair too small. So what I did is, this is a drain adapter for a sink. I actually had washers that came in here, but this threads on here. And so theoretically this could be unthreaded and removed, not that I want it to. And then it comes down here, and I have a sleeve because the bottom of this piece here is 1.5", so I have an 1.5" union, and then our 1.5" pipe down to here. And these elbows, they had female and female, but they had a real sharp bend. It was a real sharp 90, and I like these because they flow better, if you see what I mean. So I have another union here because these are female and male ends on these, and comes through the wall, hooks in here, and yep, that means our drain is all set up. So our rough in for the washer and dryer is all done upstairs. And Lord willing, and my body cooperating, tomorrow I'll get it hooked up downstairs. And with that, this is George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, saying thanks for watching, for commenting, and for subscribing. You guys are #1 in my book. Thanks for following along with me. Bye now.